Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the All-American Savage Show podcast. I'm your host, John Burke. With my beautiful heterosexual life partner, Josh, and his beautiful beard, which I am now trying to mirror. I look like a homeless gay dude, but I'm going to pull it off.
How's that glory hole going?
It's going very well. Making a lot of money. Oh, my God.
Looks good. Looking good on you.
Really think so? I'm not fucking with it this time, because before I was like trying to make tweaks to it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to see if I can pull it off.
You just got to let it do its thing.
It's just so fucking itchy.
Is it?
It's like a Brillo. I don't have soft
you
facial hair.
You got a great mustache, though. You get like
so?
a power mustache when it comes in.
Yeah, when it comes in, it takes like 3 months to come in.
No.
Yeah, the girlfriend already told me she'd leave me if I did the mustache.
Really?
Again, so I'm doing the mustache again. No, I'm playing. Oh, my God. What's going on, Rumble? What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? How goes it out there in the world of insanity? It's, yeah, just the shit that I've been seeing in the news. We're going to get to a lot of it today. Apparently, Harvey Weinstein to admit he had an affair with Governor Newsom's wife. You're just sitting here like, this is like something. Okay, seriously, all fucking politics aside, this is like some daytime political soap opera shit at this point. There is, I mean, it's kind of like, no, Harvey Weinstein had a baby with Newsom's wife who was secretly black. And you're like, wait, what? This is what it feels like. You're just watching this like, this is real life.
Just think of your Gavin Newsom.
Bro,
looking
you
at
got
Harvey
cucked.
Weinstein.
You got fucking cucked, bro. That's why nobody respects you, you douche. Love it. I love the fact. I mean, yeah, I love it. It was consensual. She consensually fucked this dude to get what she needed out of him. I mean, let's not even pull punches on this one. Every single actor or actress that took it from Harvey Weinstein did so with the knowingly willful participation in the quid pro quo. You did this because you wanted to be famous and he was the man to make it happen. Ugh. Now, granted, there are situations of rape, which he should be investigated for.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he should be investigated for all of this, quite honestly. But if somebody says, you know, that they were raped, yet they willfully participated in this, you weren't raped. You're just a whore. Just saying. Ugh. John, if you want to get ahead in this company, you got to suck my dick. Well, I'm just going to say I got raped. Fair enough. Let's do it.
That's good. Yeah, I don't know how you come back from that if you haven't do some.
They're liberals. You know they're going to be like, oh, you poor thing.
I mean, that guy looks like a booger that fell on the floor of a barber.
Weinstein, like Weinstein of all people. He is the classic example of you've got to have power and money to get your dick wet. Outside of that, nobody would have been fucking Harvey Weinstein. That guy is hideous. He looks like a walking liver spot.
He does.
He's nasty. Oh, he's nasty. He's just so nasty.
Even in his prime, he was ugly.
I haven't even seen him in his prime. I don't want to see him.
He's always been ugly. He's always been an ugly guy.
Not shocking.
Yeah,
I mean,
know.
He's ugly now.
It's like, ugh.
He didn't somehow like revert from freaking beautiful to hideous. I mean,
yeah.
But yeah, that's apparently circulating the news. I'm unblocked on Twitter, so I've been tweeting again over at John Burke Official, I think it is, or whatever my new account is. Yeah, I think it's John Burke Official. I get banned left and right. It's just too. And I had some trolls like, you only have 900 followers. You're such a fucking loser. It's like, bro, I've had more accounts banned than you have followers put together. Like, just shut the fuck up. It's funny. It's funny. Oh, my God. But I went to the fair yesterday. We were talking about that prior to the show. Yeah. Went to the fair. It actually wasn't bad. The State Fair of Texas, tickets were like $15 to get in. Parking was insane. That was just nuts. Parking, and we went.
How much was it?
$15.
Oh, that's pretty standard, though.
Yeah, but it was just, you're doing some hiking.
Yeah.
Bring your walking shoes. You can be doing some hiking. But walked around, and it was just a lot of food, honestly. I think the vast majority of it was literally food. And it wasn't like it was different kinds of food. It's literally different vendors selling the same fucking food. That's all it is.
Corn dogs all over the place.
Yeah, pretty much. Corn dogs, turkey sticks, or turkey legs, and they're nothing really special because they're mass cooking this. So there's no special attention show. There's no like real seasoning involved. So you just get like this random thing like, oh, cool. Prices are through the fucking roof for food. I think a turkey stick or a turkey leg was like $12. It's like, good grief.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's bad.
How big was the turkey leg?
It was pretty big. I mean, your average size. I mean, compared to other turkey legs I've had in the past, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, but it was good. You know, we wanted a good time. It was right before night hit. Walked around. It was chill. It was really chill. It was a good time. So fortunately enough, no little shitheads running around. Nobody acting fucking retarded. Did
good.
see a new line of the Ford EVs they're rolling out, which was, not gonna lie, they look pretty fucking badass.
Really?
They're gonna give Tesla a run for their money. I mean, they even make it look better than what Tesla has as far as panel displays in the vehicle itself. We're talking about it across the entire dashboard. It's a display. I was like, this is fucking sick. Like, I love where we're going with a lot of this. Don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna have that soft spot in my heart for American muscle cars. But this other shit, it's like some Star Trek shit. You're just sitting there, just like plug in the navigation, make it so number one, and your car just takes off out of the garage and just like mows down like the neighborhood kids and shit. And you're like, oh fuck, I didn't mean for that to happen.
I'm a gasoline
Warp
man.
speed 5, out of here now.
Not that I could ever do away with gasoline.
No, never. I do want to hit this part up as far as oh god, with Joe Biden. Joe Biden tweets this out. I don't know who handles his social media or his Twitter at least, but man, you need to fire those motherfuckers because it just comes off so stupid. Do me a favor, can you get the song Over There ready? Let's line this up. I want to give you a good experience. The song Over There. For those that don't know, that song Over There was basically pretty famous with the World War II era, when they were World War I or World War II, when they were talking about taking the fight to the enemy.
Okay.
Can you hear it, or can you play it? Yeah, bring it down just a little bit. All right, so President Joe Biden tweets this out. Hold on, I'm gonna time this right. MAGA forces are determined to take this country backwards. Backwards to an America where there is no right to choose, no right to privacy, no right to contraception, no right to marry who you love. We can't let that happen. Our forces are now currently fighting MAGA Republicans all over this nation. Buy war bonds now. And now here's Beyonce singing Over There.
I know, they're so stupid.
It's the stupidest. MAGA forces have taken the town of Hirachi. I'm reading this. I'm just like, MAGA force.
MAGA forces.
That sounds like some kind of fucking setup of like Republican superheroes. And together we form MAGA force.
I know, man. People are out of their damn minds.
MAGA forces have clashed with the pronoun people in the town of Kukuk. Bro, I don't know.
I think that's what. Sounds like that's what they're going for.
Exactly. It's like, who the fuck is tweeting this? It looks fucking ridiculous. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's the truth though. Oh my gosh. It's fucking hilarious though.
Yeah,
you can't make this shit up. It's too good. It's too fucking good. MAGA forces. See? Yeah, stop the presses. MAGA forces advanced.
Yeah, they're...
We've got them on the run, boys. Buy war bonds today.
The early voting numbers, they have to have them a little bit nervous right now, right?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. We got an article about this from Facebook and stuff like that, but they're going to start regulating heavily. Facebook is already controlling the trends of what is seen and what is not seen. Yeah, they're regardless of how Democrats are going to downplay this, they're going to pretend like, oh, we're not going to lose as many as we think we are. They're scared shitless. They are 100% scared shitless because polling data is showing across the board they are in trouble. They know they're in trouble. So all them, because here's the thing. Imagine if you were in their shoes, what would you do? Would you admit, oh, fuck, we're on a sinking ship? Or would you say, hey, pretend like everything is so good? Like, again, no cause for panic. They're like the people on the sinking Titanic. Like, oh, no cause for panic. It's like, bro, your ship is sinking.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
they're in trouble.
They're pulling out all the stops, right?
100%.
With college loan,
Yep.
student debt forgiveness, and
Yep.
then telling everybody if they win these elections that they'll codify Roe v. Wade.
Yep. Bro, they're
I
going
don't know how
hard.
you could do that. I mean, that's what the Supreme Court just came out and ruled that it's left up to the states.
Exactly. That's where we're at. You're going to see them pulling every dirty trick out of the book possible. Racism accusations are going to double down. Sexual assault, rape, all that. It's going to double down.
They always do, though. It's not even like new stuff.
Again, true.
It isn't. It's just like
it's not surprising at this point because
tired old bullshit.
Anytime you have a debate with a liberal and they start losing, instantly it's racism, misogyny, whatever the case may be.
That's exactly what it is.
So,
well, he put kids in cages. Well, he's a racist. I'm like, well, where are you getting your information from, pal?
CNN, yeah. And there's a reason CNN's fucking... And that's another thing. The reason CNN's ratings are so far down is they've been caught in so many different lies.
Yeah.
Over and over, like repeatedly. And that's why they've lost just this massive level of viewership. Now, that tells you something right there. The Democrats are finally starting to wake up and realize the lies they've been told by this administration, their elected officials, the MSM. There is no denying there is corroboration going on here, and there's clear political bias being pushed through the sound waves.
Yeah.
Again, and I know people can hit me with this, but I know Fox does the same thing. But if I had to pick lesser of two evils, I'm going with Fox.
Yeah. What choice do you have?
Exactly. And I hate that. I fucking hate that. Look, this is John said, I wish it wasn't this way.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's just the way it is. So
These
it's like
other
if I got to
public-
pick between two parties, the DNC is the most cancerous I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, like Breitbart. I like Just the News.
Yeah.
You know, those are pretty legitimate.
At least the
news
thing I'll
sources.
respect about Breitbart is they are openly biased. They acknowledge it. And not biased in the sense of like extreme, but you can definitely tell they're a right-leaning opinion place. Versus CNN that's so far extreme left. I think what we're ultimately looking for is somebody that's more centered down the middle. It's like, okay, you know, they can admit they do have a bias, but by and large, their stories are pretty center-lined. I'm not saying that about Breitbart. I'm saying just in general, that's what I should be looking for, what anybody should be looking for.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're out there. I mean, but it's hard to get away from that idea that it has to come from a 3-letter network. It's like it doesn't anymore.
Yeah.
They've lost control.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's a good thing. It's now you have competitive market space for the news. And I'm telling you, I think the one that'll make it big is the people that just cover just the news, no political op-eds, no opinions, because normally that's the kind of shit that gets your ratings up. People want to tune in to hear that kind of crap, hence Hannity and the rest of them. But I think people have had enough. I think what they want is just give me the facts. That's all I want. And then let me make up my own mind.
Yeah. You got to come with the receipts.
I agree.
Like wherever you're talking about these journalists,
yeah. Well, this episode is brought to you by shellshockcbd.com. We've released the Halo gummies. They're out. You can check them out. They are 50 milligrams of Delta 8. This stuff is going to put you in orbit, folks. I microdose this stuff. And I was thinking about this today. I still don't understand. I mean, I do, because I used to be this way. I used to be in this frame of mind against THC and stuff. But how could anybody take issue with microdose? Well, let's put it this way. Let's instead phrase in the sense of you have a choice. If you have anxiety and you've got stress and you have a choice between an opioid that has addictive properties, can basically kind of string you out like a legalized meth, or you have THC that is non-addictive, doesn't string you out, actually encourages you to eat more, which you got to watch that. Make sure you're eating healthy on that. Which one are you going to choose?
Yeah.
If I had my choice, and I do have my choice, quite honestly, I microdose THC. It gives me feelings of happiness. It makes me feel normal again. Like I can walk outside, and normally I'm not antisocial. I can go to the fair. I can do things like that. I'm fine. It doesn't bother me. But I am on high alert to where it's kind of like you're watching. Hyper vigilant in a sense. With this, it just brings me back down. I can still be methodical. I still have full control. Motor functions and skills are all great. But with this, it's just like you feel, I guess, tranquil, normal, and it's a wonderful feeling. And it's like, why the fuck would anybody demonize this? It's like, well, I get it now because again, there's no big money in it.
Yeah,
at least
no
not
big
from
money.
big pharma.
No,
so
it's
but that's our Halo we have the Delta 8 Ultra Halos. Those are 50 milligrams. Then we have regular Halos that are 25 milligrams. And also, if that's still not strong enough, we have the Dark Matter. That's 100 milligrams per tincture. It's an oil-based, so it absorbs much higher potency rate. That's Dark Matter. It's expensive, but you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. That's 3,500 milligrams of Delta 8, and it's a badass skull tincture. I think you can use code Burke. You'll save 10% off on that. So if you're really wanting to get baked, we got that too. And then we also have the chocolate bars. Winter's here. We got the Delta bars. Once a month, one lucky subscriber that subscribes for the Delta bars gets a golden ticket, and you get like, what is that, $100 worth of free product or 500?
I think it's $100.
$100 worth of free product. That's badass.
It's good stuff.
We got a lot of great deals. If you're interested in any of our deals, shoot us an email at support@shellshockcbd.com. We'll be happy to answer your questions. That's what we're here to help facilitate is you with CBD, you with THC, you whatever the case. If you have any questions, we're here to answer them to the best of our abilities. And everything is rooted in science. We don't sit there and give you opinions. We say, this is what this does. This is what it's proven to do. Yada, yada, yada. Every product, every single product, third-party tested. So what you see is what you get. We don't lie about that. And if we did, you could sue us under tort law. We know all the ins and outs of this. That's why I say we need transparency. Tell the people what you've got and then let them make their choice. And that's why I love our company. We have a very, very successful, great company with a great group of people that make this just a great fucking experience.
Got 273 5-star reviews on Google.
Yeah, it's amazing.
A lot of people talking about how they haven't had such a great night's sleep in years.
We were talking before this about that good feeling of this whole experience with a podcast that's growing and successful. It's like, I feel good that we did it right.
Yeah.
We did this the right fucking way. We didn't sell out. I didn't sell out the social media platforms before I got banned. I still lived up to my word. I never sold out for a quick buck. And now we've got this. And it goes to show a true testament to you can make it the right way. You can make it without fucking selling your soul to the devil. You can do it. And I love that. We're a living testament to it. And so, again, if I can do it, fucking anybody can. You don't have to bend the knee. So if you think you have to adhere to some type of corporate mindset, nope, you don't. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. That's the best thing about America. Yeah. That's one thing we've had to pull Shell Shock back from a little bit, is becoming too corporate-y. Instead, we want the jokes. We want a little bit of the dark humor. We want a real person. Like when somebody emails us or they hit us in the DMs, you're talking with a real person. We're not going to hit you back with the just ultra super professional to where it feels like it's a robot. Yeah. You're talking to somebody that's actually real. So that's what I love about. That's why I love that we can formulate this company the way we want it to be. Yeah. So again, that is shellshockcbd.com. We are consulting our lawyer because it was brought to my attention. I don't know if this is true or not, that it's still legal to ship Delta 8 into states where it's banned. You just can't sell it. We're going to find out. If our lawyer comes back and says, well, you can't actually do that, we're going to open up shipping again. But if it is illegal to even ship it there, sorry, we can't take that risk. But here's the thing. Delta 9 is probably still legal where you're at. If you're in a state where Delta 8 is illegal, Delta 9 is just as good. So, yeah. It seems like everybody's getting the notifications on Rumble, too. Hell yeah. That's fucking awesome. I love that. We were selling Kratom, but unfortunately the bank would not let us sell Kratom. Because the bank is a bunch of shitheads. Yeah. But also Kratom does come with addictive properties, so you do have to be very careful with that. Kratom is used to basically remove addiction properties or remove addictions from people on really hard shit like heroin and things such as that.
Heroin, pain pills.
Yeah, you got to be very careful with that. And we tell people that. When we first started selling before the bank shut it down, we're like, be aware, be aware of this. You've got to regulate and moderate this, but it will get you off the harder shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to do the Shell Shock After Dark.
We are moving forward with Shell Shock After Dark, yeah. We are moving forward with that. So, but there you go. There's a show sponsor. Appreciate that. Love and support. All of you show us all the time. Also, don't forget to sign up on patreon.com/All-American-Savage Show and subscribe to the $10 tier, and we will send you out some free shaving stuff for you. We really appreciate that, too. All right, let's get into the news. We already kind of tapped on this, no pun intended. Harvey Weinstein to claim consensual affair with Jennifer Siebel Newsom in L.A. rape trial defense. Harvey Weinstein's lawyer plans to argue that the imprisoned producer did not sexually assault Jennifer Siebel Newsom nearly 20 years ago, but instead had consensual sex with the California's now first partner. In a motions hearing Monday in downtown Los Angeles ahead of Weinstein's criminal trial, what are you saying?
What's her title?
First partner.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't fucking know. I'm assuming she doesn't want to be
first
called,
lady.
I guess.
Oh God.
And California's now first partner. I don't know what that means.
I'm guessing
if it applied to like a gay couple, it would make sense. But it's a man. So is that just one of those things that they're not trying to acknowledge sex and say like, oh, we don't use sexual That's fucking retarded.
That's her pronoun.
That's a pronoun.
Idiot.
It's fucking morons. Oh, that slid right by me. I'm glad it did because that's not something I want to pick up on. Like, this is so fucking stupid.
Wait, what?
Citing bad press fallout from the affair, the email from then Jennifer Siebel came about 2 years after Weinstein allegedly assaulted the actress filmmaker in an LA area hotel room, with the soon-to-be First Lady of San Francisco calling the wife of Newsom's campaign manager the one to blame for the affair. The email to Weinstein came soon after Siebel had started dating Newsom. The couple would marry in 2008. Newsom became California's lieutenant governor, serving from 2011 to 19, and was sworn into the state's 40th governor in 2019. Of all things you'd think a woman that is raped by Harvey Weinstein wouldn't do, it's ask him how to deal with a sex scandal. Kind of makes sense to me. I mean, that makes perfect sense to me. Hey, Harvey, buddy, I remember that time you raped me. Well, let's, let bygones be bygones. Hey, how do I deal with a sex scandal? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, really? Do people actually believe this? I think I think by and large they do. You're just kind of like, you just sit here, just looking at him in awe, and it's just like, y'all really impressed me with your levels of cognitive dissonance. Like, good Lord, you really are human ostriches, but instead of your head in the sand, it's up your ass. It's like, I can't even imagine. Imagine if something like this happened to Donald Trump to this extent. You're just kind of like,
they have that crazy lady from like 35 years ago, the one that looks like, I don't know, Big Bird on crack, where she came out and said Donald Trump sexually assaulted her in some dressing room.
Exactly.
And she's on the cover of Vanity right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like with no proof at all. Nothing.
No. But the other part that makes it so funny, though, is you look at it, you're just kind of like, lady, you're hideous. Oh, Donald Trump is a billionaire. He can do way better than you. Like, are you kidding me? That's like, look, I'm not trying to deny claims. Here's like, where there's proof, you show me proof and I'll believe you. But I'm based upon the fact that you're not showing me proof. I'm going by common fucking sense when it comes to sex and sexuality. If you're not attractive, a guy is not going to fucking risk jail time or losing his empire over raping an uggo. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. I know that sounds insensitive, but that's just common sense fucking thinking. I don't give a fuck if people like it or not. It's the truth. It's the fucking truth. You have money and power. You got, like, even Trump even said you can grab him by the pussy. He did say that. He did say that, and he was right. Women, when it comes to rich people, and men too, are fucking whores. They will do anything for $1. Subscribe over at our OnlyFans.
Yeah, it was what's her name, Jean Carroll.
Dude, you take one. Or for example, like Christine Ballsy Ford, and everybody like instantly flocked to her to believe her, and it was kind of like, this happened like, what, 30, 35 years ago? Yeah. And you're going by a he said, she said, and you're going to demonize this man for this?
Yeah.
Now, granted, Kavanaugh Ford ain't no good-looking dude either, but her, you look at her, it's like, lady, you look like the fucking transgender admiral that Biden appointed. Like, I'm sorry.
He's way out of her league.
And I would agree with that.
She looks like a crazy person, too. Like, these women just look like crazy people.
Bro, I mean, you can go on Twitter, and I swear to God, when you go into a comments section, you see some of the most fucking retarded comments you've ever seen. Guaranteed it's either going to have a BLM thing in there, a Ukrainian flag, some trans bullshit flag, an LGBT flag, and they're going to look like a bunch of fucking fat uggos. Yeah. I'm telling you. Every single fucking time. And the dudes look super beta as fuck. Like, this one dude was trying to come after me, and like, he's just like he's like, oh, you got 900 foot, whatever. And then you look at his picture, he's got a mustache and a septum ring, skinny, wearing a fucking a wife beater. And you're just kind of like, what the fuck are you? Even straight, or even gay fucking dudes have more respect, self-respect than to fuck a random trash bag like you. Like, good grief, dude. If I was gay and I looked at you, I would think you're like gay trailer trash. Like, clean yourself up. Fuck. But that's what they all look like. This is a mindset they all embrace. It's like, oh, thank God. Ladies and gentlemen, hey, in truth, put your hands in the air and thank the almighty Lord above that you were not born a liberal. And if you were, and you transitioned over, I chopped off the common sense part of my brain and I used that, and I threw away the rest.
There's a lot of people who were Democrats and liberals who they're not conservatives or Republicans, but
but they're just like, they see what the DNC has devolved into.
Yeah,
it's like,
definitely lean into the libertarian side. Yeah. I mean, I'm libertarian.
Yeah,
that's.
Yep.
I think that's a good
place to be. It seems like the more extreme both sides go, the more you have more people flock to the middle, which is a good thing. Because I think if we get more people to flock towards the middle, we'll start progressing in a more common sense direction versus too far one way.
Right.
That's why I hope. But again, liberals need to stop fucking gatekeeping. You're not a real libertarian. Excuse me. You're not a real libertarian. Shut up. Sybil Newsom first brought up her experience with the much-accused Pulp Fiction producer in a 2017 article soon after the publication of a New York Times expose detailing Weinstein's decades of vile behavior. As a litany of motions whipped through the docket, they certainly were discussing Sybil Newsom at the Clara Shortridge Foltz Criminal Justice Center. In the session Monday that Los Angeles Superior Court Judge Lisa Lynch called sometimes very dramatic, the judge eventually ruled that the 2007 email can be entered into the case, sort of. Hearing the objections from Assistant DA Marlene Martinez over including the correspondence and grilling Sybil Newsom over it, Lynch told the court, I am not going to allow it, Mr. Worksman. If you want to ask him whether he sought his advice over a situation with the press, that's fine. She added that, in her opinion, the gist of the email was too tangential in relation to this trial. Wow. I mean, it's literally, whatever. This is the justice system, folks. This is the justice system. This email sounds too, I don't know if we can allow, it literally bears a lot of fucking importance on this trial. Literally does. I don't know. Fucking pathetic judge. They'll appeal that. Even if they'll appeal the fuck out of that. And here's the thing, justifiably so. Justifiably so. Well, this is all over the news. Liz Truss resigns at just 45 days, the shortest lived UK Prime Minister ever. UK Prime Minister Liz Truss. And now I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, I don't know a lot about this. I don't. Honestly, I don't fucking care. I mean, it's interesting to watch. Don't get me wrong. but it's not things it's not something that I put a lot of time and effort into understanding, I guess. I don't know.
Got a lot of issues going on over here.
Exactly.
Stateside.
We have enough of our own shit to deal with and to get involved in the UK's.
Yeah.
And I love the Brits.
Oh, yeah.
But this is not something that I just really pay a lot of attention to. But anyway, UK Prime Minister Liz Truss has announced that she is resigning, having spent just 45 days in post and likely to hand over power after just 52 days. UK Prime Minister Liz Truss has resigned after just 45 days. The last days of her reign have the hallmarks of her having failed to fight off a counter-revolution or coup by the globalist Europhile establishment of her party, who deeply objected to her pro-border control, low-tax policies. Her resignation follows the removal of her interior minister and finance minister, both among the most obviously pro-markets and small c conservative individuals to hold those posts in a generation. Their politics clearly did not align with the pro-globalist, fiscally orthodox faction taking back control of the party and the government at this moment. A one-week leadership election will follow, which Westminster insiders believe Boris Johnson's right-hand man, Rishi Sunak, is almost certain to win. So it sounds like they basically threw out somebody that was probably good for them. Unless I'm getting that wrong.
I don't know. I don't understand why you wouldn't want secure borders and no taxes.
Unless I... Well, here's the thing.
She's a witch.
May we burn her? I'm just saying, though, it's kind of like, wait, are they saying pro-border control and then low taxes in the same context that liberals say it? Because it's not the same.
Like, I don't know.
Trump's low taxes is like, wait, low taxes is a good thing. But if that's what she really stood for, then why the fuck are you getting rid of her? You need borders. I mean, my God, look at the French. They're like, we should never let these Muslims in here. They are fucking killing people left and right. Fuck.
I got raped 3 times today on the way here.
The smell of elderberries and hummus. No. We make fun of everybody here. I don't give a fuck who you are. John Burke, Uncensored, After Dark.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand.
As long as we don't insult the Jews, we're good. Don't insult the Jews.
It sounds like they're trying to collapse their economy.
At
least the elites.
Yeah, it almost seems like whatever is the best option for them, they're going to go the opposite. Yeah. Hey, we could, we got this leaking ship that we're on. We could make berth over there or instead go the opposite direction out into the ocean. It's like, you know what? I think we can make it. Like, make it where? There's no end in sight. No, I think we can make it. Let's do that. Like, what the fuck?
I wonder what the conversation was that they had.
That's a very good question. I don't fucking know.
You're going to resign.
Apparently, there were shouting matches. There's a lot of trouble in paradise. It seems like there is a growing globalist agenda. It doesn't seem. There is. There is a growing globalist agenda for these countries to get on board with a one world government. I guarantee that's what they're pushing for.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing.
It's the rich elites. That's what they're trying to do. That's when that actual saying, eat the rich, comes into play, and I'll agree with it. It's like, all right, fine. They did it to themselves. You try to take over. Well, just because you're rich now, good luck. Then we'll really redistribute the wealth, right? Wink, wink.
Wink.
Wink. Not liberal wealth. God, no. Klaus Schwab, fuck no. Charlie Crist. For those that don't know, Charlie Crist is going up against Ron DeSantis in Florida. And my predictions are, April says, snowball's chance in fucking hell, Bob.
I know.
Dude, the amount, at this point, I gotta say, this guy, it's a grift. He's just trying to make money. I think that's all he knows. He knows, because, I mean, come on, guys. In the political system, you go a lot by polling data. And the polling data shows that Florida is overwhelmingly red. This dude, it'd be like a Republican getting elected in San Francisco. Not gonna fucking happen. This ain't happening. The only reason this dude continues to go is he's making money off of donors. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. He's going to keep all that money. People are getting swindled. Look, liberals in Florida, I just got to tell you, sometimes you just got to accept defeat and move the fuck out because you ain't changing it. You're not. That's why we say, let California go. We'll take Florida. And Texas, we're still fighting for, which is a shame.
I don't even know that we're fighting for it. I mean,
we'll see. We'll see come Beto. We'll see how Beto does.
All the past like 3, 4, 5 elections have really went heavily Republican.
Yeah, true.
I mean, Beto, he's lost the Senate.
That was against fellow Democrats, though, too.
I don't know. That guy's just a complete...
He's a piece of shit.
I can't believe he's still on, like, running for anything.
Bro, I'm to the point now. He's like the Democratic version of Mitt Romney. He loses and he moves to somewhere else and gets elected there. It's like, fuck, we can't get rid of this shithead.
Oh, Mitt Romney. That guy's a total douchebag.
Douche canoe, yeah. Florida Democrat gubernatorial candidate Charlie Crist's campaign manager has left the campaign trail less than 3 weeks away from the election. Austin Durer will be replaced by Sidney Thrupp, who previously ran Crist's congressional campaigns and guides daily operations for his gubernatorial campaign. Durer left the high-stakes campaign to focus on a family matter, according to Crist spokeswoman Samantha Ramirez. Or it's because he was like, hey, the ship is sinking, bro. It's time to hang it up. I'm wasting my time at this point. Because it doesn't look good when you're the campaign manager of a candidate that fucking loses.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like, I'm going to pull out right now because this guy, he's done. I mean, come on, dude. Helen Keller could fucking see this one coming a mile away. This dude is not going to win. And I'm not trying to say that in a sense of like, oh, good for the underdogs. Like, no, you're not going to win. You're not even going to come fucking, you're going to get crushed. Crushed. And the funniest part about this, though, is the position that him and his campaign are taking is that DeSantis is such an authoritarian governor. He's trying to strip away all your freedoms and rights. And it's like, what? In fact, it's the exact opposite. That's the world in which we live. Keep the state businesses open? Yeah, absolutely. Conduct your own fucking internal state study on COVID? And yeah, absolutely. Keep your bullshit pedophilia out of schools? Yeah, absolutely. I think that's just perfectly, that's okay. That's fine. Pro-authoritarian. He's pro-authoritarian if you're a fucking pervert. Like, I mean, think about it. Imagine having beef with a bill that basically says you cannot talk to children about sex, and you got beef with it.
How dare you?
Yeah,
sir?
I want my 3-year-old to know all about fucking anal foreplay. What? Like fucking what? These people are just nuts. I just don't get in your heads. I mean, the only thing I think you should have in your head is a fucking bullet. Quite honestly, just disgusting. Uh-oh. I mean it. If you support grooming and shit like that, you should be executed. That should be a very easily thing. Like, forget McCarthyism. Let's have Burkeism, to where it's just like this massive wave across the country. It's like, are you a groomer? Execute him. I think it sounds good to me. Do you support child drag shows? Yep. Hang him. Fair to me. You have the freedom to do whatever you want, but as soon as you go after kids, sorry, you ain't got no rights in my eyes. You don't. You're scum of the earth. You are lower than dirt to me. You forfeit all rights in my eyes. That's, yeah. I'll admit my hypocrisy in that one. I really don't care. Pedophiles deserve death. That felt good to say. Existing home sales fall for 8th straight month. The photo they have here is of like this old, like early 1900s wooden home with a bunch of birds or bats surrounding it. I was like, well, yeah, if the houses look like that, of course they're going to fall. The pace of existing home sales continued its decline for the 8th straight month in September, the National Association of Realtors said Wednesday. Sales for previously owned homes fell 1.5% to a seasonally adjusted annual rate of 4.71 million. That was slightly above the consensus forecast of 6.95 million. Compared with a year ago, sales are down a staggering 23.8%. Sales have not been this low since May of 2020. Well, I can tell you why. Because prices are so fucking astronomically high. Like, I'm sorry, but people are not going to adjust to this new normal of inflation. They're not. If my house originally, like 4 years ago or 3 years ago, appraised at $275, I'm sorry, as much as I want it to be, I know that is not a $400,000 house. And selling it for such is fucking stupid. Which you can, and there is somebody out there that's probably dumb enough to buy it. But of course, by and large, people are not fucking stupid when it comes to their money. So it's kind of like, we're not buying right now. Fuck, I'm not even selling right now. And I want to. We have the money to invest in real estate, and we fucking can't. Because these prices are so insane. I was looking at buying a house close to me at Lake Access, and it was a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-story, 2,000 square foot. Man, just talking about something like that, $350 tops where I was before. Right now, $680. So you're out of your fucking mind. That is not a $500,000 house. It's not. I've seen what $500,000 houses look like in Texas. That ain't it. So I can sit there and say, oh, it's now valued this, but no, eventually this market's gonna fall, it's gonna pop, it'll be good, and then it'll get back to how it was. It's gonna take some time, probably a couple years. It's gonna take a Republican president. This isn't changing anytime soon, folks. Even with the midterms coming up, even if we take back the Senate and the fucking House, it's not changing. A lot of Biden's policies have got to be undone, reversed, and then we'll start to see this slowly begin to come back to normal. And I fucking hate it because we got money that we're just like, bro.
That's what a lot of people are doing. It's just like hanging on to it and
so
waiting for this idiot to get out of the White House.
Look at this. Look at this example that we have here. Like, by a capitalistic system, we have made good money. And you and I aren't squirreling it away. We're wanting to say, hey, we want to spend more because we want to make more.
Right.
What's that got to do? It's going to create fucking more jobs. It's going to stimulate the local economy. But we can't. We're frozen because I'm not going to spend money to lose money eventually. This is why the market right now it's just horrible. There's a lot of people out there that have done very well under the Trump administration financially. A lot of people.
Yeah.
Now, granted, there's different levels of investment, but fuck, real estate, by and large, you really can't go wrong. So it's like, yeah, we're ready to start like fucking buying houses and rental properties, things such as that. But Jesus, I can't. Like, I'm not going to fucking, like, for me to rent my house now, I'd have to sell it. Dude, no one's going to buy it.
Yeah.
No one's going to buy it. And it's just nuts to me. But that's where we're at. Thanks, Biden. And I've been seeing a lot more of the fuck Joe Biden t-shirts around where I'm at. It's fucking great. Over in Buc-ee's, I saw one in was it Walmart. It's just hilarious.
People are fed up.
Mm-hmm.
They're fed up with high prices and this idiot eating ice cream saying that we have a great economy. And then, if we get elected, if Democrats get elected, then they're going to codify Roe v. Wade.
Oh, my God, yeah.
They're going to cancel student loan debt. Like, it's just the most outrageous things you could possibly think of. That's what they're doing.
It's nuts. It's just ridiculous. But thanks, Joe Biden. That's where we're at. Well, inflation across the world, it's clearly evident that it's really hitting people in their pocketbooks. Watch, businesses smashed, clashes with cops seen as Paris cost of living riot. Mayhem broke out at labor union organized protests in Paris against the cost of living crisis befalling the French public this week, with black bloc-clad rioters clashing with police and smashing windows. An estimated 107,000 people took to the streets of France on Tuesday in protest against the growing economic crisis born out the energy crisis surrounding the war in Ukraine. The self-inflicted economic wounds, such as years of lockdown restrictions which spurred rampant inflation and failures by the government to perform maintenance on the country's aging nuclear power plants. The protests were organized by the CGT trade union, which boasts some 690,000 workers among its ranks. You're seeing it now. A lot of the after effects of what lockdown has created.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, good grief. Putin's invasion and this whole spike on Russian oil could not have come at a worse time.
Yeah.
This is like a series of catastrophes, just one after another.
Yeah.
But all this was caused by the government.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Let's pay more taxes. They're doing such a bang-up job.
Give us some more good ideas.
Regulate me harder, Daddy.
I know.
Oh, my gosh. People are just, oh, my God. It's nuts. It is nuts. But over in Paris, I don't know. I think it would be justice to see like a lot of political leaders across the world executed, guillotined. They did it for far less back in the day.
Seriously.
Far less. It's like all these political leaders caused all of this sorrow, this tragedy we're going through.
Yeah.
They're the causation of this. It was their decisions. And they certainly didn't follow the science. They followed the populist opinion is what they did. They weren't real fucking leaders. They were cowards.
Gallards.
Man, in the name of like teachers sucking each other off, listen to this. Teachers attend conference to decolonize our minds, push intersectional feminism.
Huh.
That's always worked out so well. We've just seen that repeatedly across the country.
Go on.
Go on, please. Why is it most of these teachers are gay? You notice that? What's with all the gay teachers all of a sudden?
That's a good question.
Decolonize our minds, intersectional feminism, and whiteness are just some of the featured conversations at this year's annual Northwest Teaching for Social Justice conference. Northwest Teaching for Social Justice. Just the two words social justice would say, yep, not going to that.
Yeah.
Social justice? What does social justice have to do with our fucking educational system?
That's a great question, John.
That's fucking
absolutely
ridiculous.
nothing.
Absolutely nothing. You teach Common Core shit, you cucks. Stop it with your bullshit. We're here speaking on behalf of the turquoise turtle shells that are going extinct in the Mediterranean. Like, shut the fuck up. Make me some of that soup, damn it. This year's conference, titled Rethinking Our Classrooms, Organizing for Better Schools, will include conversations on race, transgenderism, aka mental illness, and the environment, all from a leftist perspective. It's literally like, hey, come on into this echo chamber. We're going to say things that you're naturally going to agree with because you're too scared to disagree because you're afraid you'll be canceled. Did you hear that clip I posted on Instagram yesterday of it was a Senate grilling that fucking little fruitcake looking doctor with the earrings in his ears? Yeah. It's like, can a man... Oh, let me play it. Just listening to this makes me want to fucking just gag myself with a salad fork. Listen to this fucking douche.
Dr. Kumar, can biological men become pregnant and give birth?
So men can have pregnancies, especially trans men.
So can biological men become pregnant and give birth? So are you saying that a biological female who identifies as a man and therefore becomes pregnant is, quote, a man? Is that what you're saying?
These questions about who can become pregnant are really missing the point. I'm here to talk
No. This is me asking a question and you answering. I'm asking the question, sir, not you.
Right, and I'm answering the question. Somebody with a uterus may have the capability of becoming pregnant, whether they're a woman or a man. That doesn't make a difference.
Okay, we're done.
Not every person with a uterus has the ability.
They're trying to conflate this so hard to justify transgenderism by framing it as saying anyone with a uterus, because they're trying to do uterus transplants. Therefore, if a man has a uterus transplanted inside of him, he's therefore now a woman. That's why he's trying to frame the argument in that capacity or that context. This guy's a fucking liar. He's a fucking liar. I'm sorry, no, it doesn't justify or it doesn't, it doesn't justify the fact that you've created or fabricated in your brain that guy is now a woman or that woman is now a man just by virtue of having a specific organ inside of them. I mean, because if that's the case, I have my organ inside of my girlfriend that doesn't suddenly make her a man because she's got a penis. If that makes any sense. I mean, it does to me, but fuck me. I mean, this is the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. And ladies and gentlemen, that gentleman has a DR in front of his name. Doctor.
Yeah.
Legit doctor. A doctor is sitting there saying this. My God, when leftists want to quote science and scientists and things such as that, and then you've got a Supreme Court justice that was basically appointed because she's a black female who literally sits there, whose job is to interpret the Constitution, cannot tell you the difference between a man or woman because she's not a biologist. You have to say, at what a sad state of affairs the DNC has de-evolved into. You are full of fucking morons. You have allowed the inmates to now run the asylum, and guess what? They've become so popular and prominent because of these Gen Z fucking retards that you've raised that now they're taking over. And if you don't bow down to them, they're going to cancel you. Meanwhile, people on the right are sitting here saying, go fuck yourselves. You're not canceling us. And essentially, you're all going to die by the own monster you've created. And I'm sitting here feeding it fucking popcorn and watching it go. I'm loving every second of it. Every time you cancel one of your own, you're basically playing right into our strategy of let this fucking monster go. It's kind of like we're immune to it. Because we don't fucking care. You've already alienated us from your economy, your Hollywood, your all of this shit. We're not there, and that's fine. But we enjoy sitting here watching you crash and fucking burn time after time after time. And you sit there and you cancel each other over the stupidest shit to the point where your comedians are no longer even fucking funny. Your movies are boring and they're trash and garbage with no creative imagination whatsoever. You basically deny all existence of every fucking stereotype that exists, which many of them are rooted in fucking comedy, and you will never even acknowledge that. You are humorless, miserable cretins, and God knows why the hell you even reproduce, because sex must not even be fun for you because you don't know who the fuck or who even fucks you. You're confused on all of it. Oh, that felt good. Thank you. Thank you. You love me. You really love me. Can you imagine being a liberal this day and age? Like, seriously.
No, I just don't get it.
I don't get it either. Crazy and weird.
Don't get it.
Don't get it. Listen to this. CEO blasts San Francisco as city of chaos, closes store over rampant crime, says our team is terrified. Okay. This is what happens, and this is why you have the formations of a lot of ghettos. Businesses pull out, jobs go away, your shit goes under, nobody wants to live there. This is what happens. If you don't regulate and control crime, this is what happens. Well, I can tell you right now, anytime I looked at moving to a different place in Dallas, the first thing I'm looking up, what's the crime rate?
Yeah.
What's the crime rate? I'm going to go do a drive-through. Are lawns well kept? Are the streets clean? Or does it look like a shithole? Is there a lot of fucking old buildings abandoned? Like, no, I'm not going to live here. Mm-hmm. There's a reason people are leaving. It's the truth. So when you want to sit there and defund the police, which is a liberal left fucking tactic, like they deny, this is what happens. Over and over and over again. The CEO of a popular clothing brand, Cotopaxi, I've never even heard of this. I'm not cool though. I wear fucking Levi's and Wranglers and shit. Actually, not really. I wear like Men's Warehouse jeans or some shit like that. I don't even know what they're called. Is closing the company's only San Francisco store due to organized theft rings and a lack of safety in the city, he announced this week. CEO Davis Smith announced the closure in a lengthy post on social media saying the location faces regular attacks by thieves with virtually no response from law enforcement. And here's the thing. If you say, well, the cops aren't going to respond, so I guess I have to, you're going to get in trouble.
Yep.
So you just have to sit there and take it up the ass. That's why businesses are leaving California.
Yep.
You created a shithole of a state. Nobody wants to be there. Deuces.
Turns out not everybody likes anal.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
And they've ruined that state.
They have. And it's
Like,
such a beautiful state, too.
What the hell does Nancy Pelosi? What does Newsom do? He's probably
That's a very good question. That is a very good question.
Can't get the picture of Harvey Weinstein on his wife out of his mind. Oh, God.
Video, North Carolina high schools cancel volleyball games against one school after transgender player injures girl. I watched the video. Essentially, this trans girl, who's really a dude pretending to be a woman, spikes this ball so fucking hard, it drills this girl in the face and creates issues. I forget the extent of her injuries. Let's read the article. High schools in Cherokee County, North Carolina, have canceled volleyball matches against one school after a transgender athlete, a boy living as a girl, injured another girl at a recent game. The injury occurred last month when a Highlands High volleyball player made a spike and smashed a Hiwassee Dam High player in the forehead, causing several head injuries. And you can watch the video. This dude fucking like just straight up just blitzkriegs her ass.
What the hell, Fokker? Jesus.
Oh, it's real. This isn't made up. This is fucking real. Good Lord. The Hiwassee Dam player, biological girl, suffered several head and neck injuries, resulting in long-term concussion symptoms, including vision problems. The girl has still not yet been cleared to play again by her primary care physician or a neurologist, reported Education First Alliance. The Cherokee County Board of Education then voted 5-1 to declare a safety issue and canceled all games against Highland High after coach and Cherokee board member Joe Wood said he had never seen a hit like this before.
What do you expect?
Well, I thought women could do the same thing as men, and all of a sudden you're spiking on them and you put them in the fighting things and they get the shit beat out of them.
Would you let your daughter play?
Fuck no.
I don't think I would either.
Hell no. Like my girl's not competing against the guy because I acknowledge the fact that men and women are fucking different when it comes to physical or physicality. I mean, this is what I love about liberals. It's like, oh, women can compete against men. Okay. Would you let your daughter box my son? And if you say no, then you're a sexist.
Yeah.
That's just the truth. That's how they view it. I don't get it. I generally don't get it.
The only way that you're going to stop that from happening is if the opposing team just doesn't play.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, look, we just don't feel safe.
Yeah.
It's clearly
I agree with you.
A male.
Yeah.
Especially after he gives the first one a concussion.
My God.
Like, you know what, guys?
Head injuries to boot.
Yeah.
You're sitting here, it's like, there's just no way. And parents are fine with this?
Yeah.
All right. The Cherokee County, blah, 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 blah. I'll never put a child in a position to be seriously injured, Wood said. I think the odds of injury in these non-contact sports aren't high. But in particular, in this meeting, a coach of 40 years said they'd never seen a hit like this. That was really what sealed the decision, at least on my part. Cherokee Vice Chair Jeff Martin said that the board wasn't searching out this kind of thing and that it had been brought to their attention and based on safety concerns. Board member Jeff, it never brought to your attention? Like, you didn't see any kind of potential safety issues with dudes pretending to be girls playing against girls? Are you fucking kidding me? How stupid do you have to be? The moment they announced they had a transgender on their team, it's like, oh, well, the odds are in their favor now. Man, it's like having a black guy in basketball. Let's not even fucking kid ourselves about that. It's like you got a bunch of crackers lined up. It's like, I'll take the black dude. Why? Because they're fucking great at basketball. They're fast as fuck and they're amazing. And the white people, it's kind of like, what are you good for? Dad jokes. I don't fucking know. What are we? What's our stereotype? What are we? Good credit? I don't know. I fucking know.
I'm going to use my credit card.
I actually know who my father is, but he did take off. I don't fucking care. It's funny. You liberals have no fucking humor. John Burke Uncensored. Woo! Somebody said like a black guy in track. I'm telling you. I'm fucking telling you. Don't even pretend like these stereotypes aren't true to a certain extent. Get the fuck out of here. How many fucking white dudes do you really see in the NBA? Come on. Come on. Oh, you see they're going after hockey now. Oh, I shit you not. The AP is reporting that now the NHL is coming together saying, we just don't have accurate representation of minorities in hockey because it's a fucking Canadian sport. There's no Mexicans. They're by and large
Why
white.
wouldn't they say that about every other sport then? Like NBA and NFL? That's predominantly African American.
Very good point. Why is the majority of the players are black and we don't have accurate white representation or even Asian representation, blah, blah, stuff like that?
Or Hispanic.
Oh, no. If they're the majority, it's okay. But if they're not, if they don't have at least, because again, 13% of the population is opposed to like, I think Asians comprise like, 10, I forget how much. But even still, it's like, yeah, you're not going to have equal representation because you don't have the same numbers in America. 350 million motherfuckers and 55% which are black or white and 13% which are black. It's like, well, yeah, you're not. I mean, that just goes to stand to fucking reason.
Yeah. Well,
but still, they stand up there. They're just kind of like
north of 70%, right? I thought it was
roughly, yeah. Well, no. It's 55% for white because the minority. You have 13% black. I forget. I think the Asian is next. No, Hispanic's next. Asian, Native American, and then other. There's a few in there, and it totals up to the other side, the other amount. Because, yeah.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, go ahead. It's just fucking weird. Weird that we just sit there and look on the other team and say, there's a dude pretending to be a girl. They're probably going to, dominate the fuck out of us. Case in point, this.
Let's see.
How do you say you're white without saying you're white? Welcome home, Dad. That's not true. I didn't.
Ouch.
I get it, though. It's funny. I don't give a fuck. John Burke Uncensored. We tell racist funny jokes because they're fucking funny. And somebody said 5% furries. I don't doubt that. I fucking saw a furry at the Comic-Con convention I went to this weekend. I went to the Dallas Fan Day, whatever, and I shit you not, there's some dude walking around in a furry outfit. He's got the helmet off, and some little pimple-faced fucking little whack job looking dude. I'm like, you're really showing your face? Like, really? Y'all okay? Fucking furry. I'm like, wow.
What's a furry?
It's somebody who dresses as an animal to have sex. They literally dress up in furry costumes and fuck each other. That's a furry. Did I get that? That's what they do, right? I'm assuming that's what they do. That's what they call them, furries.
All right.
Now, like, how does that work? Like, in a sense of, like, do you have like a little hole for where your dick goes, and then does she like have the same like a zipper compartment? Or do you do the foreplay like rubbing each other in the costume, then you get out of the costume and fuck? Like, how does this work? I don't even know why I'm interested in this. Why do I even want to know this?
Okay, so here we go.
Somebody said Sonic Hog says pretty much. Sonic the Hedgehog over there. Leave it to an animal to give an answer on that.
This is 76.5% total U.S. population is white people.
No shit.
13.4 says black.
Well, then color me shocked.
Native American. 5.9 Asian.
Color me fucking shocked. Still, I mean, the point, yeah.
Yeah, so it's, I mean, you're going to make up a majority of the population. Yeah. Obviously, it's...
But here's the thing. By and large, black people don't give a fuck about hockey. I mean, I've been to like 3 or 4 Dallas Stars games. You know how many black people I see there? Not a lot. I mean, it's not that they're not welcome or anything, but you just don't see a lot of interest in that. Again, isn't hockey a Canadian-based sport?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I will say hockey is far more interesting than basketball. I will say that right now, just from the fights alone. Because those dudes go in there and beat the shit out of each other. They don't play around.
Yeah. You know, those games are fun to go to. I've been there a long time.
Yeah.
When Dallas was good, I was really into it, but
I haven't been paying attention that long. Just to the Stars.
The Stanley Cup.
Okay.
Just kind of lost interest.
No, I went to a few games. It's like, I did it with an open mind, and I was like, this is actually pretty cool. It's exciting. It's exhilarating. And again, when they start fighting, dude, it's legit. They don't pull punches. But, yeah. And last but most certainly not least, I mean, this is like one of those articles, but 19 days out, Facebook allows story about Neanderthals to trend, not news vital to midterm elections. We've called this so many different times, folks. We've said this so many different times. They're not going to let anything trend that goes against their political bias, their political narrative. Will never happen. There will be no pro-Republican trends, nothing like that. Any type of MSM coverage on something that could damage the left, they're not going to air. They're not going to allow it out there. That's why big tech that is protected by the government is clearly not a fair and balanced source of news. Yet they're being treated as such. You can't sue them. It's bullshit. It's all fucking bullshit. And then we sit here and we wonder why Republicans do nothing when they had control. There's something that really pissed me off. When Republicans had control, ain't shit got done about it. And you could have called this a mile away. You could have called this like, hey, 4 or 5 years down the road, Zuckerberg's going to get really fucking big and he's going to start regulating speech, regulating news, controlling the news cycles. Because more people are on their phones than on TVs by and large. Like 90% of the population gets news and purchases via their phone.
Mm-hmm.
They know what they're doing. Republicans better grow some balls and some teeth when it comes midterms. And yeah, here's the deal. If they do take the majority, we better see some articles of impeachment because they've got more than enough on Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, Mayorkas.
100%.
I mean, there's a lot of people
that
that
just be fired.
They're so terrible.
Yeah, horrible.
It's
fucking horrible.
Like they're actively trying to destroy this country. Yeah, it's nothing that they're doing works out for any of the citizens of the United States.
Hell no. You're just sitting there just kind of like, man, do you really hate America that much? Because all they're doing, they're listening to the loudest screamers on social media, which are the retards of our society. Mm-hmm. That's who they're going by. Again, I don't see a lot of people by and large on the Democratic left, the moderates, that support child mutilation. I don't see it. I do see it from the extremists. Mm-hmm. And they're the ones that are screaming the loudest for it. And I'm telling you, the same crew of we just want to get married, that fucking de-evolved into now we want child drag queen shows. You see what happened? Once you open that floodgate, and again, I'm all for equal rights. I'm not against it, but morally, this is what's going to happen. You normalize fucking insanity, that's what you get. You get insane results. And it's only going to keep going down from here, folks.
Yeah.
It is. It's the truth. All right, well, that concludes today's episode of the All-American Savage Show podcast. We appreciate you being here today. If you enjoyed today's podcast, do us a favor. Go on, head over to iTunes and leave us a good review. We really appreciate that. That helps us boost in the numbers. We do this all of our own. We don't have anybody plugging us or any kind of big name deals or anybody like big names like sharing us or anything. It all comes from you, the people. Every single listener, person that downloads these episodes, hits those like buttons is because of you. So we want to say a big thank you to that. And make sure you head on over to shellshockcbd.com. Show some love. Check out our amazing product variety, all third-party tested, all are great. Again, all of our gummies come with a money-back guarantee. If it does not do what we advertise to do, we will send you your money back. You have our personal guarantee. You got anything to add, my man?
You guys have a great day.
As always, we will see you back here tomorrow at 12 p.m. CST, or roughly right around there over on Rumble. You stay savage, America.